Hey loves, it's Elle and welcome back to my channel and happy Foundation Friday. Today is one that you guys have requested a lot and it's a brand new launch. So let's see how it goes. Before we get started, hit the subscribe button, share this video with somebody you think might like it, and let's do it. So today we're talking all about Rare Beauty. I have the foundation and the concealer that I purchased recently. I've been giving this a good wear test. So this is Selena Gomez's beauty line. This line has such a beautiful message. She basically started this line for a lot of different reasons. This is obviously a cruelty-free vegan line. The top portion is for people that have dexterity issues, arthritis, and other issues like that. They have a hard time opening things, so I love that. Love the concealer. It's a lot easier to open. The foundation I bought at Sephora, it's $29. The shade range is really beautiful, so that is fantastic. The message of this line, though, is really beautiful. Before we go into this, because I've worn this for many times, and I'll tell you why in a second, I just want to lift her up and lift this beauty brand up and say thank you so much for standing for such amazing causes and for kind of your kindness and in your messaging. This brand aims to reduce the stigmas associated with mental health, as well as address the epidemic of chronic loneliness, help give people access to resources they need to support their mental well-being. So, I mean, I haven't seen a brand come out in a long time with such a powerful message. So, that is my take on that. And of course, I did it again. I bought a foundation that is too dark for me. It's fine. It's just hard even going into the store during this time because you can't touch anything and then somebody else has to touch it for you and put it on like a palette and you're just like, I don't know if that matches me or not. And I actually did go into the store. So anyway, so again, it is $29 and this is a medium coverage, natural finish. It is for all skin types, they say, and it is clean at Sephora. It is a dimethicone-based foundation. It is by no means, I don't even know what that means, but quote unquote clean. It's dimethicone based. There's a couple of different PEGs in here, but it's definitely not one of the worst I've seen. So that is great. And I don't see any fragrance in here, which is very helpful to those people that have an allergy to fragrance. They say to be sure to moisturize first. So I have moisturized for sure. They want you to prime with an illuminizing primer, which they have, which I did not get. So we're going to use an oldie but a goodie from Charlotte Tilbury. Okay. I'll be honest with you, I'm not quite sure why they want everybody to prime with an illuminizing primer, especially people that are oily. So my recommendation to you is if you want to get this foundation is to prime the way you normally would. But of course, you're more normal to drier skin types, illuminizing primer is never a bad idea. And then it does say to shake it up. And I will tell you that I've made the mistake of not doing that. And the oil separates for sure in here. So just keep that in mind. It can get very oily. So it also says to dot around the face. You're going to see how dark this is. It definitely would have been my summer color for sure. Yeah. But it's a medium coverage. And it says less is more. Obviously it says to go in with a sponge or go in with a brush, so you do what's best for you. I have been using a dry sponge for this application, which is very similar to a brush application. Okay, so here we are. This is literally one layer. I would not call this medium coverage, would you? That's why I kind of would think that this is more of a lightweight coverage. And then it says to apply a little bit more just where you need it. I'll tell you right off the bat, for some reason, and I was trying to look at the ingredients and I'm just not quite sure what ingredient makes it feel this way, but it feels very oily. Now, anything I say in this review, I don't want to detract from the amazing message of this brand, but I'm simply just talking about its products for me personally and for my skin type. Getting up really close, we will go into natural light, of course, so you can actually really see it on a 4K phone, because I do everything on my phone. So here it is. I mean, I think it looks pretty on the skin. I think it does. I don't know, it just doesn't feel like super comfortable on the skin. It feels very oily sometimes. I don't know how to even explain that. The formulation is a touch oily. Now, do I set this? No. Does it sink right into the skin or, you know, set right on the top of the skin? Absolutely. So it does not feel sticky or tacky in any shape or form. I don't know. The formulation has a tendency to kind of grab and move a little bit. I don't know, I've really never tried a foundation that is like this. Now here's the concealer. I got it in 160C, and I love the applicator. It is very original, the way that she has designed this. So this concealer is $19. Again, the shade range is pretty good. It's a liquid touch brightening concealer. And this says it's a medium coverage. The finish is radiant. She said that there is a perfect match for every foundation. And this is not my match for my foundation because I personally like things brighter. So do as you see fit. But I am gonna go kind of a little bit heavier with this because the coverage of this foundation just isn't enough for me. As I'm getting older, I mean, I don't know. Nowadays I'm feeling like I need that perfect blend between a, you know, medium coverage, like a true medium coverage, and a lightweight, you know, coverage. And I don't know, I feel like I need a little bit more. But you can see that the concealer blends beautifully. I have been enjoying this concealer a lot. The concealer for me is not a medium coverage concealer. It's a pretty lightweight sheer coverage. It is not illuminating to me, so I don't know. Those claims to me just don't seem to fit. And you know me, I have a hydrating skincare routine. So, but it's nice. There is no creasing with this concealer. For me personally, when I've used my Derma-E eye cream, there is no creasing. I think it looks really pretty. And then all I do is set it with a little bit of Hourglass powder. And then I do not set the rest of the face. All right, so here it is with everything on. If you want to know what I used, basically I used brown liner on my eyes. And I used the new Makeup Revolution mascara. It's really good. It's called the Mascara Revolution. It's very good, actually. And I used my brand new cheek, they're called Bling Lighters. They're blush and highlighter. They're just really beautiful, glowy, dewy cream blushes. And this is from one of my very, very good friends, Jamie Makeup. Her name is Jamie Greenberg. She is a professional celebrity-based makeup artist. We have been friends for a really long time, and she just launched these, and they're gorgeous, aren't they? I have the nude one on. I have the pink one on. That's what they're called, by the way. And then I have the cherry one on, just a touch. So I have actually all three of them on. Super easy to use, goes on great with your fingers. She has sent them to me in PR, so I'm really grateful. So let's go into real light so you can see everything. All right, love, so here we are, up close and personal. So it does look really pretty when you first put it on. The one thing I will say is that, boom. The one thing I will say is that it does need a primer. This foundation needs some sort of primer. So whatever that is right for your skin type. Obviously the Dewy Glowy one was the right thing for my skin type, but pick your favorite. It needs something underneath it because it does not last very long at all. And the primer doesn't really help, like I said before, but it needs something to adhere to. The formulation is really different. I've never really put a foundation on my face that feels like this one. Not good nor bad. I'm just saying it's just very different. It's just, if you guys have tried this foundation, it's like, it's almost an oil-based foundation. You know what it feels very similar to is the Kosas foundation, which is a tinted oil for the face. Anyway, so here it is. Again, I'm telling you that this is not going to be like the most amazing wear test in the whole entire world because we'll see how long it holds up today. It is about 85 degrees here where I am today. I will say though that the concealer is nice. It's not super heavy, but it does go on really beautifully. If you'd like to support the brand, that is something that is definitely good from the brand. All right, so I will see you guys in a little bit. All right, loves, we are a total of 3 hours, no, 2.5 hours of wear. But I kind of want to show you what I'm talking about. I'm hoping you guys can see it. It looks really pretty on the forehead. It just isn't sitting amazing around this area, to be honest with you. But yeah, so I just wanted to kind of really show you in natural light a couple hours of wear. I mean, it's a pretty foundation. Is it something super special? The price point isn't that bad. I do think it'd be great for her demographic, which is a lot younger than obviously myself. And I do think it'd be great for I think it'd be great for probably normal to oilier skin types. But for me right now, this is where we're at. I'll give it a couple more hours of wear and check back in. Hey guys, I totally forgot that I was actually filming a Foundation Friday. This is literally probably 10.5 hours later. So this is probably the best that this foundation has worn. I will tell you that I've never used that primer with this. So I feel like it's worn pretty darn well. It just kind of come off just, you know, those foundations I talk about all the time where it just kind of just wears and just kind of gently kind of comes off the skin. That's where we're at. Yeah. So what do you think? I mean, for me, the kind of, I don't know, the opinion is kind of, the jury is out. I don't even know what to say, to be honest with you. It's worn really great throughout the day, just like as you've seen. I mean, obviously it's all off here and here and here. But it doesn't look patchy at the end of the day, which is nice. Would I call this a super long wearing foundation? Of course not, no. But yeah, I would love to hear what you guys think. Yeah, this is probably, I've worn this about 5 times, and it's probably the best that it's looked at this amount of time. So tell me if you guys have tried this. Tell me if you guys are going to try this. My only issue is that it separates and it has a tiny bit of that oil consistency. So it's not my favorite feel on the skin, but I will let you know that it doesn't feel like that throughout the day. So anyway, let me know what you all think, and I will see you in the next one. Lots of love from me to you. Bye, loves.